Jackal and the Elephant. Once upon a time, an elephant lived in a forest. There were also many jackals, and they looked greedily at the elephant. What a feast we would have if we could kill this elephant, whispered the jackals to one another. An old jackal said he would get the elephant for all of them. The old jackal went and bowed low before the elephant, saying, "Sir, I am from a tribe of jackals that live in this forest. We need a king, and seeing your imposing and majestic self, we feel you are the right choice as our king. Please come and be the king of our tribe." The elephant was flattered and went with the jackal. On the way, he fell into a deep trough that the jackals had covered up. He cried for help, but realized that the jackal had tricked him so that his pack might attack and kill him. The wily prince. The prince understood the advice. He called the merchant's son Charudatta and appointed him as his personal attendant. One day he told Charudatta that he had to offer worship every evening for pleasing a goddess, for which he needed a lady of good family and birth to help him with the rituals. Accordingly, Charudatta brought a lady of a good family for the worship. The prince performed the rituals, and then he gave costly gifts of jewels, perfumes, and silk. Charudatta saw this and longed for the gifts too. Therefore, the next evening he took Lavanyavati, his wife, to the prince. Charudatta had to watch the prince behave lovingly to Lavanyavati, and there was nothing he could do. Nibbles completed his story, saying that all the plans of Charudatta were wasted after all. But Slow Toes had taken off without hearing the end of the story. Tortoise in trouble. Slow Toes was going along slowly to the new place when a hunter saw him. He quickly picked the tortoise up and strung him upon a stick. The hunter had found a good dinner and walked towards his home. By then, Nibbles, Wise-Eye, and Dapple had rushed in search of Slow Toes and saw him being carried away by the hunter. They were aghast. "We must make some attempt to save Slow Toes," they decided. Nibbles suggested a plan. Dapple would lie down in the hunter's path, acting dead. Wise-Eye would sit on him, pretending to peck his eyes out. The plan was carried out immediately. The hunter saw the deer lying in his path and thought he was dead. "Wow," he thought, "I am having a wonderful day today. First, I caught this tortoise, and now I have found this deer. I am going to feast and get rich too." Fooling the hunter. The hunter looked around and saw no other hunter or wild animal that might attack him. He put the tortoise down and went up to the deer. He was examining him to check if he was in fact dead. Meanwhile, Nibbles ran to where Slow Toes lay tied to the hunter's stick. He bit through the bonds and released Slow Toes, who ran as fast as he could and hid in the bushes nearby. When Dapple saw that Slow Toes was safe, he jumped up and took off into the forest. The hunter was taken aback to see that the deer was not dead at all. He gave a shout and chased him, but was no match for the deer. He returned to find that the tortoise too had vanished. He had lost both the tortoise and the deer. The four friends went off happily to their new home.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.